everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Cracks Are Turning Problems into Solutions. This is me Priyasha and I am up with the part 2 of the same video which contains the tips for overcoming some important challenges which we face while attempting an RC question. But before that, let me quickly tell you about the flagship program for the CAT aspirants launched by Unacademy, in which you would be getting access to all the plus benefits like raising hand, posting doubts in the class, asking questions to the tutor live in the class during a phone call. But along with it, you will also get access to the GDPI round preparation kit. You will get 1:1 live mentorship, 1:1 doubt solving, and along with that, you also get 1:1 concept solving classes as well. Along with it, you would also be getting the test analysis. So the test you give will be given a proper analysis, and experts will giving you the proper suggestions on which topics to focus more on and which topics you're already strong at. Along with that, you would also get access to the open house held on the Unacademy platform and the Discord server of Unacademy as well. And the newly added feature of Unacademy, that is the physical notes, which is having a comprehensive, extensive syllabus coverage, would also be provided to you in form of physical notes. So block your notes right now using my code Priyasha10. And if you're planning up to take up this iconic subscription, then please do it by April 15, because they are running an absolutely slashed price for our iconic subscription. The iconic subscription, which will actually cost you 40,250 rupees, will now be available just for rupees 29,025 rupees. Along with it, you would also get a 2-month extension plan on taking up this 9 months iconic subscription with a 10% discount added on to it if you use my code Priyasha10. So don't forget to enroll yourself right now for this iconic subscription and use my code Priyasha10 to get the physical notes as well as this 10% off immediately. The link is there in the description box, and now let's get our video started. Hello everyone. Today in this video we'll be again talking about some challenges which are faced while attempting the RC questions and some tips to overcome them. In my previous video I took up 5 questions which are visible on your screen right now, A to E. Now in this video we'll be taking up 5 more very important questions where people face challenges, and we'll try to come up with some tips to overcome those challenges. So very common thing which I see here is the people who understand only when they underline. Now, I have seen a couple of people around me in school time as well who had a habit of highlighting everything, and their entire notebook or book was completely yellow. So I was not one of them, of course. So I understand only when I underline. This problem needs to be solved only with the help of giving CBT mocks. Okay, what is CBT mocks? Computer based tests. Okay, so try to enroll yourself into a mock platform where you would be getting some practice questions either in the form of mock, full length mock, or sectional mock, or topic wise questions, but you would get an opportunity to answer the questions or read the passage directly from the screen. So now none of the examinations come up in the paper based pattern, so you cannot underline anywhere. What you just need to do in the computer based test is that you have to make the notes for everything. So everything you feel important, please note it down on the piece of paper you get and denote it with any keyword of your choice. You can just denote some suppose there's a long word like handkerchief, and if you don't want to write handkerchief, you can just write HA, and then if you think you will forget that HA is what, then write HA, and then you can write dot F. Okay, so like this, see, I will not give you tips on that because I can remember like this. How you can remember, you have to analyze that by practicing 1 or 2 questions. Okay, so just shift your underlining strategy to the note making strategy and get rid of this challenge. Now the second one is I get confused while marking the answers. Well, this is not the problem only with you, because that's the problem with most of us in some of the confusing questions, that we do get confused while marking the answers. Now, this is a little relatable. I'll tell you how. marking the answer is not always about the passage. Okay, this is a secret. This is not always about the passage. Like, you don't need to always understand and read the entire passage to mark the answers. Sometimes the option elimination process also helps us really greatly. So, option elimination is a technique by which we can easily eliminate a number of options from the given options by seeing or connecting logically with the question. So if the question is talking about mangoes and two of the options are talking about grapes and bananas, then of course we can eliminate those options. This is definitely, this cannot be done in the exams like CAT and XAT, because they frame their questions very nicely and all the options are related to each other in some way or the other. But at least for some of the omits, you can take this strategy. But this option elimination is applicable in CAT and XAT also if you just try to comprehend or understand the meaning of the options. So some meanings will be pure restatement. So generally restatements are not our answer in any inference based question, remember. Okay, so if your question is an inference based question, like what do you understand from the author's point of view, or which of the following option actually supports the author's point of view, so these kind of inference based questions will never have a restatement from the passage. Like if the author has already mentioned a sentence in the question, in the passage, and the same sentence is rephrased and written in the options, then that will be considered as a restatement and we will not consider that. So you can eliminate the options, and therefore while marking the answers, it's very much important to understand the passage and then come to the questions. But after understanding the passage, if you come to the questions, your first strategy should be to eliminate some options, and then whatever options are left, like for example option B and D now look closer, so now you can apply your understanding that okay, this is more closer compared to the other option. Now the next question is, should I read the questions first or the passage? A very common question. So here, this depends on which examination you are preparing for. If I answer this question for the exams like CAT or XAT, then definitely you have to read the passage first. Why? Because CAT and XAT, 90% of the reading comprehension questions, or I should even increase the number to 95% of the reading comprehension questions, are directly inference based questions. What do you understand from the passage? What is the main theme of the passage? Which of the following options contradict author's point of view? What could be a better way suggested here? Things like that. All these are nothing but inference based questions जो आपकी अंदर की understanding check करता है. और कैट एंड जैट के आरसीज रियली चेक योर इनर अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि आपने कितना समझा है इस पूरे पैसेज को. तो इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस do require your attention from the passage first before you jump to the question, because question पहले पढ़ लेने से क्या नुकसान होता है, I try to explain that. See, first if you read the questions and then come back, what happens is that you are just pinpointed and focused onto a particular question. आप बस, आपकी आंखें बस आंसर खोज रही है कि उस particular keyword को, जिस कीवर्ड को आपने क्वेश्चन में देखा है, you literally want to find that keyword in the passage, or else the keywords which you have seen in the options, your eyes are continuously searching for that keyword in the passage. तो अटेंशन ब्रेक हो रहा है. यहाँ पर आप ओवरऑल मीनिंग पैसेज का समझने की जगह सिर्फ वर्ड्स खोज रहे हो, एंड दैट कैन बी dangerous for the understanding of the overall passage. And that's why whenever you see inference based questions in the paper, or you know that it's the CAT or that exam, so of course you will get inference based questions. Please read the passage first. Passage का पूरा idea collect कर लीजिए paragraph wise. This paragraph talks about this thing, this paragraph talks about this thing, and only then jump to a question. Okay, but when in the omits like let's say IIFT or the other omits like TISSNET, okay, CMAT, इस तरह के questions, इस तरह के exams में क्या होता है, they are more or less direct answer based questions. That means question एक direct question होगा कि what did Mr. Arthur liked, and उसका answer directly passage में होगा कि that Mr. Arthur liked mango pickles. So इस तरह के questions, not that easy, but of course rephrased होंगे सारे sentences, but you would be able to still get that. तो उस तरह के questions को आप पहले, you first read the question and then find out the keyword in the passage and you can get the answer very nicely. Okay, so it depends upon which omet are you talking about or which cat or that you're talking about. Okay, now the second last question, should I choose a passage to attempt? Of course, yes, you should choose a passage to attempt, but that should be done at a very fast pace. Do not apply more than 3 minutes to decide that. Okay, 3 minutes के अंदर आपको सारे passages को overall like just skim through the passages कि okay, this passage is about astronauts, this passage is about teachers, this passage is about blue whales, and इस तरह से just skim through the 4-5 passages you get in an exam and do it within the period of 3 minutes, and then come down to the ones which you would definitely love to read about. Okay, and you can get started with that. Remember that management examination है ये कोई school की exam नहीं है which you are preparing for. So you are not going to score 100 out of 100 here. यहाँ पर 50 marks लाने पर भी आपको 99 percentile मिल जाता है कभी कभी. तो इसीलिए make sure that आपकी selection process सही हो. So yes, you have to choose a passage. And the last very common question, how many questions should I attempt in the RC? Well, that depends upon exam to exam, and that also depends upon your performance. Where? Your performance in mocks. So you have to give mocks and then you have to analyze how are you performing in the mocks, how many RCs are you able to accurately solve, things like that. तो ये analysis आपको generally test देने पर ही पता चलता है. So once you give the test, what is your consistent score? Generally आप 2-3 RCs तो आराम से कर ही लेते हो या फिर 4 RCs कर लेते हो. That can be visible only when you give exams and tell me a number. So when you tell me a number like that, when you tell me your performance, I will be able to come up with a good number to attempt in the RCs. But ये याद रखना, अपने आप को किसी भी number पे limit मत करना. For CAT examination you have sectional timing, so that means जितना time आपको मिल रहा है आपको पूरा time utilize कर देना है हर चीज को करने में. That means maximum attempt is a good number. Okay, don't think that अगर मैंने एक और RC पढ़ लिया और एक और question answer कर दिया तो उससे negative marks मिलने के chances है. Guys, if you have 5 minutes in your hand and you can select 1 or 2 questions which are a little direct question compared to any inference question, then why will you not actually go for that? Okay, so do not limit yourself. Remember this, please do not limit yourself to any number कि मैंने mocks में सिर्फ 10 question किए थे तो मैं यहाँ पर आकर भी मैं 10 ही question करूंगा, भले ही मुझे 12 questions का आंसर आता है बट मैं 10 करूंगा. तो don't do that. Please do not set any limit for yourself. But yes, if you still want to work around कि मुझे negative marking से बचना है and मैंने adequately उतना score कर दिया है जितना मेरे cut off के लिए जरूरी है, then you can analyze that number with the help of your performance in your previous mocks. So with this, we come to the end of this video. If you like this video, then please hit that like button. And if you're new to this channel, then please subscribe to this channel. And for all of you, this is a message that please share this video more and more in all your Facebook, WhatsApp and Telegram groups. I'll be upcoming with more such videos. And if you want to join my live free classes, you can download the Unacademy app as well and watch me live over there and solve some questions with me. And with this, I end this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please take care.